The physical world is simply the condensation of primordial light. God emitted light and used that light as the raw material out of which He created the universe. The presence of true light is revealed by the objects in its path. Light is a living spirit which comes from sun and establishes a direct relationship with our spirit. Light is the first divine emanation. It contains all the qualities and virtues of God. Light, or visible light, is electromagnetic radiation within the portion of the electromagnetic spectrum that can be perceived by the human eye. The main source of light on Earth is the sun. Another important source of light has been fire. With development of electric lights and power systems, electric lighting has effectively replaced firelight. In physics, the term light sometimes refers to the electromagnetic radiation of any wavelength, whether visible or not. The study of light, known as optics, is an important research area in modern physics. The study of light and the interaction of light and matter is termed optics. The observation and study of optical phenomena such as rainbows and aurora borealis offer many clues as to the nature of light. Refraction is the bending of light rays when passing through a surface between one transparent material and another. When a beam of light crosses the boundary between a vacuum and another medium, or between two different mediums, the wavelength of a light changes, but the frequency remains constant. There are many sources of light. Light is measured with two main alternative sets of units: radiometry and photometry. The primary properties of visible light are intensity, propagation, direction, frequency or wavelength spectrum, and polarization, while its speed in a vacuum is one of the fundamental constants of nature. Light is something that makes vision possible. Almost all of the information about the rest of the universe reaches Earth in the form of electromagnetic radiation. By interpreting that, astronomers can glimpse the earliest epochs of the universe. Measure the general expansion of the universe and determine the chemical composition of stars in the interstellar medium. The analysis of frequency of light emitted and absorbed by atoms was a principal impetus for the development of quantum mechanics. Light transmits spatial and temporal information. The basic element in geometrical optics is the light ray, a hypothetical construct that indicates the direction of the propagation of light at any point in space. As a beam of light moves from one medium to another, reflects off surfaces, disperses, or comes to a focus, the bundle of rays traces the beam's progress in a simple geometrical manner. Light comes in the form of waves. However, that is not the whole story. Light comes also in the form of particles. Light is also a traveling wave that moves very fast. 200,000 miles per second, roughly. Light has to do with electricity and magnetism. It is what it is all about. Light carries energy that is quantized. Light is a very interesting natural phenomenon. It can act as a wave or it can act as a particle. Our main source of information comes from light. Light in all its different colors and wavelengths is the medium by which we receive information about what's out there and how to understand how it's evolving. We live in an amazing unit and are extreme energetic and exotic phenomenon. This can be challenging to explain with the laws of physics as we understand them. Studying the cosmos is enriching. It expands our horizons. It gives perspectives from space. Light is the connection between us and the universe. Light is the smallest quantity of energy that can be transported. A photon, an elemental particle without real size that can be split only, created, or destroyed. Light also has a wave-particle duality. It's kind of a particle and a wavelength at the same time. Light is a form of energy. If light has a slight shorter wavelength than what our eyes can see, it is invisible to us but real. This is called ultraviolet light. You emit light, but it's in the far infrared, well beyond what our eyes can see. Atoms are the building blocks of matter. Atoms are made of 3 subatomic particles: protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons have positive electrical charge, electrons have negative electrical charge, and neutrons are neutral. Different atoms emit different colors of light. If we can measure that light in principle, we can determine what an object is made of, even if we can't touch it. Since we have been able to look at the sun, we have been aware of light. Light is a strange thing. When it's dark, light is still all around us. Light is the fastest thing in the universe. It's all around us, all the time. It's a photon propagating through space as an electromagnetic wave. Our world is filled with light and color. All of our 5 senses are important, but the sense of sight is the most important. We perceive almost 80% of the world by using our sense of sight. It takes approximately 8.5 minutes for the light of the sun to reach the earth. A light year is how fast light travels in 1 year. It travels 5.9 trillion miles. We experience different waves of light as colors. Light energy on Earth comes from the sun. Light energy from the sun provides energy for the Earth. Without light, you have no idea what is beyond your immediate surroundings. Light has significant spiritual meaning. Light plays fundamental role in creation. Light is sometimes a symbol of life. Light is also associated with wisdom, spirituality. Light stands for truth. Light conveys both an absence of darkness and a quality that will help us to see and understand more clearly. God is light. Light is one of the most universal, fundamental symbols. It is spiritual and divine. Light is the source of goodness and the ultimate reality. Cosmic energy, creative force, and optimism are all related to light. Light demands darkness. You continue the journey into the light by sinking into the darkness. Like a tree, you rise into the light, fed from the light of truth found only in darkness.